So you probably know that Disney Marvel is known for some of the worst streaming TV shows. And so we started thinking, which ones are actually the worst? Well, here are the Poprageous top 10 worst Disney Marvel TV shows. Starting off at number 10 with the least worst show, Wandavision. Elizabeth Olsen returns as the Scarlet Witch and was Marvel's first original series on Disney+. It had an original concept that saw Wanda enslave an entire town to live out her fantasy life with Vision, who, as you might know, died in Avengers Infinity War. It's the best Marvel TV show, which isn't saying much as things go downhill really fast. At number 9, Loki. Despite being the most watched Marvel TV show, Loki gets lost in its own sludge of time travel exposition and multiverse garbage. They introduce female Loki, Sylvie, whose character is flatter than a plank of wood, and they fail to realize their biggest asset, Tom Hiddleston being Loki, the god of mischief.
Enough! You are all of you beneath me. I am a god, you dull creature.
The show tries to establish Marvel's new supervillain, Kang the Conqueror, but instead, he comes off looking more like a circus clown than a powerful super being. This is a show of untapped potential and missed opportunities. I mean, have you seen old man classic Loki casting spells in his underwear? There's a sight.
That's awesome.
At number 8, we have Hawkeye, also known as the Kate Bishop Show. Haley Steinfeld stars in Hawkeye as Kate Bishop, with supporting cast member Jeremy Renner. Now, this show comes across more like a Disney Marvel origin story for Kate Bishop and the assassin Echo, and uses Hawkeye, a well-established character in the MCU, to make a switcheroo, placing emphasis on what should be his side character. Not to mention, the plot of this show was basically a hot mess. And if you disagree with any of our choices, let us know in the comments section below. Tell us where we went wrong. On to number 7, the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. Yes, even though this is a 40-minute special and not an episodic TV show, this special deserves a little attention. It's mostly forgettable, except for the last 4 weeks of every year where it might find a few viewers. The storyline of stealing Kevin Bacon as a Christmas present for Peter Quill requires the viewer to become as dumb as the characters, who believe that stealing a human being is an okay thing to do.
Dum 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 dum.
At number 6, it's Moon Knight. Oscar Isaac plays Steve Grant, a hapless gift shop worker with split personality disorder, with his alter ego being a violent ex-mercenary who works for the Egyptian god Khonshu. Talk about taking a great superhero concept and setting fire to it. It has terrible pacing, inconsistent CGI, the usual lackluster Marvel TV villain, and world building that feels small and uninspired. It only had 6 episodes and never had any plans for a second season. So I'm not sure what the point was to doing the first season.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
Well, at number 5, we have Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan return to reprise their roles in the underwhelming TV show with an underwhelming plot that completely misses its mark. Yes, there are some great action scenes in this one, but this show turned into a preachy Disney Plus show with agenda-driven storylines and payoffs that was more interested in social political statements than just trying to be a great superhero TV show. Let's face it, Disney, you gotta do better. At number 4, it's What If? This is a Disney Marvel animated show that spends its time in the multiverse, looking at how the MCU would be different in each timeline if one small thing was changed, such as what if T'Challa became Star-Lord. There are some interesting concepts, but this series seems better left to those hardcore Marvel fans, as the stories have little meaning except for what if this happened. At number 3, we have everyone's favorite Miss Marvel. A sad excuse for a TV show, folks. Kamala Khan discovers magical bangles that mysteriously give her superpowers, and so she decides to become a superhero. Seems logical. It was one of the least watched Marvel TV shows and failed on almost every level as it tried to distance itself from its comic book origins. The very idea of a superhero is someone who takes all those things that we wish we were and multiplies it by 10, 20. If you make a bland and boring superhero, you will have a bland and boring show. I mean, there's not much to see here, folks. It's just an incredibly bad show that never should have been made.
It took you 3 hours to make that?
At number 2, proud to announce She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. This show is a total train wreck. Jennifer Walters is exposed to her cousin's blood, who just happens to be the Hulk, played by Mark Ruffalo. Now, the show had high expectations, as the comic book version of She-Hulk had a very loyal and dedicated following, much like Deadpool. But it lived up to exactly none of those expectations. It was a show intended to be a sitcom, but was actually funnier watching them try to do comedy. As if that wasn't enough, they also mocked, belittled, and tore down other superheroes who made cameo appearances. I mean, poor Daredevil. He'll never be the same. Can you guess our number 1 worst Marvel Disney TV show? Well, this show quickly became the biggest embarrassment in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Nick Fury tries to stop an invasion by the Skrulls, introduced in Captain Marvel. Perhaps the stupidest scene in all of the MCU happens in the series finale, with the cartoonist Skrull Gravik in a battle with Emilia Clarke as Gaia. Each is given every superpower of every enhanced super being in the MCU. I mean, there can be nothing more stupid than this. And look at those pipes. Wow. And I'm sure that you guessed the number 1 worst Disney Marvel TV show is Secret Invasion. And that's about as stupid as any TV show can get. That's all we got for today, folks. I thank you for watching. Hope you can come back soon, and we'll see you in our next video.